Ground walnut shells.
Don't worry, I've not turned into a vegetarian. I have in fact bought a new tool.
And it looks like that.
Should be a blast. Hello YouTubes. I seem to spend a lot of time removing paint off of metal before I can then weld it. This, for example, this entire frame is going to have to be stripped down so that I can weld it all properly. And instead of using a sanding disc and potentially digging into the metal and making it weak, I thought it was a good idea to get a little sandblaster or media blaster. I could possibly also use this system to get all the rust off of Bugsy. Two birds with one stone, so let me show you. I'll fill it up, see how it works. As you saw at the start, I'm going to be using ground walnut shells. They're much cheaper than baking soda, like a quarter of the price. And I've tried that, the glass, the silica stuff before, and it's just awful, gets everywhere, and it kills you. So the ground walnut stuff is apparently environmentally friendly and doesn't cause, disasters in the driveway. I'll still need to sweep it up, might even be able to reuse it, which is very Scottish. Right, let me show you what I've got. As you can see, it is a Eastwood, which I think you can pick them up in Harbour Freight pretty cheap. I got this one in Marketplace even cheaper. Fairly straightforward. You've got air coming in, goes into a filter, valve there, gauge there. I think it feeds pressure into the top, and there's also pressure coming out of this hose. Yeah, there's two hoses. So the air pressure comes in from the compressor in here, through the filter, and then it goes along there into the top of the tank, but also goes down here to the bottom of the tank. So you're getting pressure at the top and the bottom coming out of the hose. Big heavy duty hose. I was a bit confused with this nozzle thing, but basically it's not so much as a trigger as a cap, so there's going to be pressure and media coming up to this point, and it only stops when this cap is over the top. It's kind of weird, but I guess that's how it works. It's also very straight, but I think you want these hoses as straight as possible. You don't want kind of right angles so that the media gets caught up and stuff. So let's see. I think this is just to empty it. There's another valve at the bottom, so if you want to change media, you would open the valve down at the bottom of this hose and it comes out there. So that's not pressurised when you're using the system. Unscrew this, get a big funnel and fill it up. So I will do that, and then we'll give it a shot. I'm going to be starting with blasting these control arms. And even, with a grinder or a wire wheel, that would be really difficult to get in there. So hopefully this will do the job. Right, enough whiffle. Let's fill it up, give it a shot. This is going to take a while, and that bag's heavy. I'll see you in a minute. Right, I maybe overfilled it a bit. I'll stick the lid on, put the pressure on, see what happens, right? It's the worst that can happen. I'll go and get some protective face gear and gloves, right? Right, I've turned the valve off at the bottom, so it should just fill the tank without coming through the main nozzle. Now, my compressor's probably going to kick in, so I'm not going to try until I regenerate re-energise the compressor. Right, let's see what this baby can do. So I'm going to turn the pressure on to this, and then hopefully when I open this, we blast. Right, I think I've figured out what's going on here. This section here is aftermarket, shall we say. This did not come with the kit, and I'm presuming that was added so that he could, or previous owner could, open that valve and empty the system. Just, yeah, that makes sense, because it was baking soda and you don't want that getting wet because then it gets all gungy. But if you look on the inside of this, that is way too small a hole for the crushed walnut stuff. So I'm going to take this off and hopefully find a fitting that I can plumb the actual connector back in. That might work. And then it'll get the full walnut shell goodness. Right, I'll give that a shot. See you in a minute. Right, we're all refitted. Hopefully airtight. So I took these all the way out and cleaned them up and put new Teflon tape. Same in the top one, so hopefully we won't have any leaks here. This makes it a lot more simple as well, because that's in the closed position, that's in the open position. No messing about with two extra valves, you know, well, one extra valve. Right, let me get it back up off the axle stand, pressurise it, try again. Well, that seemed to work quite well. I'm going to have to play about with the pressure coming into the main hose. It was running out of puff really quickly there. Pretty much that's all I could do, so I've probably got it opened right up, and it doesn't need to be opened right up. Certainly works. Hello, Bugsy. Do you want a shot? No, seriously, I promised you I would get stuck into the 7R7 project, and that is what we're going to do on the next video. Between you and me, I've already done the next video. There's a weird multiverse thing going on, so you won't have long to wait. If anyone's got any suggestions and ideas on how I can improve the media blaster, there's a fine balance between too much pressure, too much media, you know what I mean? Anyone who's got one of these will probably know what I'm talking about, so please leave a comment. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make it all go a bit better and last a bit longer. That's what she said. Okay, thanks for putting up with my nonsense. You won't have long to wait for the next video, and I have got something pretty cool done, so I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.